Hello, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. My name is Diana Ricketts and I'm a student of the University of Arkansas IT Readiness program, and I took the backend web development course, and what you're seeing right now is my capstone project that I will present today. This is a requirement to complete the course. So what you're seeing right now is an expense tracker, and what this expense tracker does is not only track expenses of an individual user, but a team of users. Because if you have a team of users generating expenses, that could get complicated really fast. And I built this web application with supervisors in mind where they can effortlessly monitor financial activity, have the exact idea of where they are, and enable them to make financial decisions right at that moment because the activity, the data, is being generated in real time. And that data is mostly generated by individual users. So right now we have Jacob Taylor, and he has a budget of $20,000 that was assigned by his supervisor. Such a nice supervisor. and how Jacob Taylor can use these funds for specific purposes in this application is to build expense requisitions and then file expense reports towards that requisition. So the expense requisition, what it does, it nurtures this mindset that Jacob Taylor is making an investment. He's taking funds from his budget and he's going to set it aside for a specific purpose. And that purpose should be aligned with the values of the organization and also the policies of that organization. And right now I don't have it, but I would love in a future version of this application, I would love to build an approval process. So once the requisition is submitted, it will go through a chain of approvers, and the approvers can look over this requisition and see if Jacob Taylor has the right kind of purpose that's suited for those funds. So once a requisition is built, then they can start building expense reports. So as you can see, we got user data automatically ported from the user table, and then we also have data from the requisition, and this is all incorporated in the expense report. So this is a very simple version. Right now the user just adds information and then hits the calculate button, and what happens is that the server will add all of these totals and create the total spent, deduct it from the encumbered funds. So this is the remaining funds that could be spent towards this requisition, and then also calculate the remaining balance that is left to be encumbered for other mini budgets. So we have financial data generated by Jacob Taylor, but what's interesting is that when Jacob Taylor submits a requisition, it also updates the team financial activity. So right now I'm logging into a supervisor who can generate their own financial activity, but they can also go into the team profile and monitor the activity that's happening within the team. So all the team members who are generating activity are here. We have Jacob Taylor like before. The supervisor can go into the user profile and update the budget or see financial activity generated specifically by Jacob Taylor. So I focused on this structure where the higher you go up the hierarchy, the broader your perspective is, but also the functionality you have and how much effect you can have on the organization. So I'm going to log in an admin user who automatically goes to the list of users. So right now we have a lovely number of 3 users. And this Admin can go into the user profile just like the supervisor could and modify information, including names and email addresses. This probably would be suitable for maybe an HR department or so. That one of my ideas that for a future version is to have teams that have specific functionalities. So, such as in accounting, will have financial functions versus HR will have personnel functions. So, speaking of teams, here's that team profile that our previous supervisor could see. And so the admin can look in as well. So, what's neat is that even though the perspective is broad, the supervisor has the ability to narrow that scope and see specific details. And so that's my capstone project in a nutshell. If you go down in the description below, you'll see the deployed application where you can interact with the capstone project. I love feedback and suggestions, and if you do have some, you can pop over to my portfolio and leave me a message. I would greatly appreciate that. And if you want to see the progress I'm making on this project, I do intend to keep on improving it. I also have a GitHub repo. The link is in the description below. But yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you taking the time. Stay safe, stay healthy, and take care.